Good morning. Welcome to the most interesting committee in the legislature. We have in front of us a very seldomly used constitutional provision, a concurrent resolution to, in effect, legislatively invalidate proposed rules by one of our state agencies. The criteria that the legislature is supposed to use is that the proposed rules violate legislative intent. And we do have the DEP here to testify as well, which is excellent.
Prior speaker had mentioned that we are eliminating protections of headwaters. It does not. We cannot find anything in this proposal that changes or lessens the protections of headwaters, because it is not our intent to at all eliminate or lessen standards and protections of headwaters. But again, that's not our intent. That's not what these regulations do. After communicating with EPA and having different conference calls, and EPA then understood, EPA was essentially removed their concerns that they previously expressed. As a matter of fact, I will read to you from an article from Inside EPA on October 5th. The article is entitled, EPA Steps Back Criticism of New Jersey Stormwater Rule Changes. They've issued a press release or a statement which they sent to Inside EPA, in which a Region 2 spokesman told Inside EPA in a statement that EPA is less concerned about the proposed changes after meeting with state officials.
In the law, legal business, that's called hearsay. You don't know who the source is, and you're reading somebody else's comment. Just get the letter.
We will get
a letter from EPA saying we have no objection.
We will get the statement, Mr. Chairman. We will send it to this committee and to the sponsor of the legislation. Contrary to what has been said, we are not eliminating headwater protections, and we are not jeopardizing our delegation under the Clean Water Act.
Elliot Rugen, New Jersey Highlands Coalition.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to talk about one area in particular that's been controversial this morning and very much affects the Highlands. Currently, tributaries to a C1 stream that drain an area of under 50 acres, if they are shown on the USGS quadrangle maps or in the county soil surveys, they are regulated. This will delete that protection. And I'd like to discuss why this is a problem in the Highlands. The Highlands, to use a poetic turn of phrase, are the gathering grounds of the headwaters that further downstream grow into the defined streams and rivers that become some of the state's most important water resources. The uppermost origins of these river systems are the swales and intermittent streams that under the proposed deletion will no longer be regulated. In the Western Highlands, where limestone is the predominant bedrock, important tributaries to Category 1 water bodies are easily misidentified because only a small segment of a water body may actually rise to the surface. And when miscategorized as an isolated wetland feature, it loses the protection the SWRPA rule currently enforces. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
As we mentioned before, the Special Water Resource Protection Area applies to mapped features. The riparian zone applies to features that are on the ground. So to the extent where a feature's mapped, but it's not picked up by the riparian zone because it doesn't have a definable dead and bank or there's some other reason, then those features would not have a 300-foot buffer.
Sometimes it's upside down. Put your money where your mouth is when you home around. Backbiters and syndicators walking from Chinatown. Oh, talk is cheap, why don't you lay your money down? Well, they say they can't shut up a goddamn fool. Ain't no exception to the rule. It's blah, 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 blah. They're like a nursery rhyme. sea.